certainly something I'll be doing today is trying to avoid confusing people. Now, I'm in the bottom here. It's Towers of Doom. Tower... Nice. That's a good pile of emotes there. No, I'm not actually running a good luck have fun because I'll type it. I'm too used to typing it. What I really want is my fist bump. I love this orc fist bump. I wish there was a skeletal one so I could go full-blown skeletal theme throughout here. That's a good point. Swish swash. I wish that too. Chromie's got the one dragon of her. Let's go ahead and show a gazebo at the moment, down in the bottom. It may get to me. I may be forced onto other things. And this is a tough scenario. We don't necessarily need a Genji. Genji's doing okay. Above ETC, for what it's worth. He doesn't own Zarya. Oh. What? What? How did he purchase it real quick? Huh. Okay. This is why we're gonna stick to our guns today. Our mechanical guns, because I think things are gonna be really weird. Abathur, not a bad pick for Towers of Doom. Really good with the mine build here. Able to clone, of course. Not a particularly powerful monstrosity map. At least Zarya and Zul'jin have a little bit of synergy, as both are immobile. Okay, Muradin for them. Pick pretty early. That's interesting. I think things are just going to be interesting today. Let's get them to get rid of... It's a little tight. I think we can get... Cool. That's fine. That's fine. I was going to ban a gray main, but then again, I mean, what does anything mean today? How's it going, Muffin Pickle? Daniel, welcome. Lodvar, Babble Rouser. Welcome, everybody. There are good voice lines, certainly, but going through and, like, equipping each one, there needs to be more interaction with them before I take that effort, or before I become interested, I should say. Okay. Ooh, that's some old school thinking there. With this early Muradin pick and the... I mean, even the first pick Falstad's kind of old schooling it up. Abathur gives me kind of an old school feel as well. Just because he's the weirdness of a previous generation. Okay, yeah. That works. So he's gonna run an Illidan. Alright. More control? A accompanying diver, perhaps? Okay, a rag. And a Lily. Huh. Well, I don't want to go on to tanking, but this seems right. Do we have enough? We should have enough damage. Do I trust the amount of damage we have? Gosh, I don't want Zarya to solo tank, but... Yeah, I mean, everything's spell damage over there. This should make my dudes feel comfy, and if we can make Zul'jin feel comfy, then we'll get a lot of damage out of these guys. So we'll go a pretty aggressive Anub'arak build here. I mean, everything but the auto attacks out of Rag, really, and Falstad will be spell damage, and even then, if we can scare off Falstad should be running a little bit scared because the Illidan in his face. which means only spells should be thrown my way and the auto attacks will go on to Illidan. So this looks right. A little scary because I'm worried about my Zul'jin's damage, but it looks right in the world. Hey Twammy, Joe Wine, welcome. So, Towers of Doom. You know what I should probably do is, over time, I have developed a feeling for what all these maps feel like. What the timers are on various maps, but, you know, since we're having lots of new players join and everyone's kind of working their way back in, let's go ahead and put up a timer here. And by the way, you can find all this information for yourself at Nexus Master. There's also a really cute, and I may need to post that there to my mod if they need to take care of it. Okay, so first altar spawns at 150, between 150 and 220.
2, 1.
And we'll see if we can take advantage, get out on the field, and all that sort of fancy stuff. Cool. All right, let's roll. They do have some blinds. Guillotine, huh? Interesting. Let's do... It's an Uther healing, so let's do Nerubian. Let's get him out. Aw. Okay. Zul'jin a little aggressive. I'll go ahead and head down to the bottom here. Oh, well, at least I have spell reduction. Nice little mine pit there. I will continue to keep an eye on Zul'jin then. Did he get out good damage during his time forward? He did. Okay, good. And Illidan seemed to know when to move back and forth. Anything we can take advantage on the enemy side? Looks like it'll be a support Abathur. Now, a test of their reading comprehension, and it looks like it was a little sloppy, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, we should get a Divine Shield for the Illidan, but we do have a really big pile of CC, and with an Abathur on the team, I mean, we could just simply overwhelm them. Zarya, Illidan. Aww. Oh, no, that's good, that's good, that's right. Misreading the info a little bit. 14 blings here. Get some beetles spawned on him. Let's go ahead and do range and damage. Just do a really aggressive build.
The Raven Lord demands it.
Okay. Put a little beetle out in his direction. 2 beetles now.
You will fall, Raven Lord. This is the way of the Nexus.
Hold that blaster. And for what? Enough of this charade. Bring down the Gravekeepers.
Let's see. There's some mines. There's a Lily in the back. Illidan taking a lot of damage. Lily coming in on me. Nope, we zoned.
Your powers will be grave.
Cool.
Like
And Falstad stayed in the top for the whole thing.
death
Nice.
to all who serve the Gravekeeper.
Well, Illidan's going. He's taking a lot of damage, isn't he? But what is that Lily angle? Looks like the Abathur stabs were really messing up poor Illidan there. Cool. I'm gonna see if I can get people to take a camp here. I don't like Falstad just getting to go in the top, but we've got an advantage at the moment. She should probably take over damage with her personal shield for a little bit.
Choose a talent.
Perfect. My well is on cooldown for the next objective. They are pushing out the bottom 2 there right now. let's do a shield. Looks like Illidan did fall on the top. I'll go cover his lane for a little bit.
The altars will rise
Okay,
shortly,
nope.
heroes.
Well, actually,
Be
we'll
ready.
task. Will he
We must
hang out?
capture them quickly.
He's got fly, so I bet he got on out of there. Gonna hearth, get some mana, and then rejoin. They just finished up the bottom. Oh, this could be a good engage.
Another tower.
We got some fantastic resistance to all the damage types they're putting out here.
The altars have risen. Activate them now. This red
Cool.
will be mine.
I caught it.
Mine alone.
Nice. That's a lot of damage going into our Illidan, bud, though. Okay, he's alright. Oh, she's got the poke. Illidan went for it. I've still got a well, but I think I'm just gonna spawn all my beetles, waste all my mana in the bottom, and then get out of here. Cool. Let's get healed up. With just enough range to get a little bit of XP. Awesome. Getting close to 10 now. Illidan in the top. Lots of miss. Oh, rip, rip, rip. By the time I get it out, it'll be too late. Okay. I think we have the stun stack for it. But it's really up to Illidan in the end. The perfect stun.
You better hurry. The altars rise again.
I'll do Locust. There's no reason. They don't have a dangerous enough clone. Maybe if it was Greymane. Trading. They need to finish with that camp first before we have enough damage to actually...
Talent? Ah, that seems generous. The time is now, heroes. Claim the altars in my name.
Ooh, that's a low Zul'jin.
Yes, slay them in my name. Oh, double kill.
Nice. Oh! It looked like he had a little more health than that, didn't it?
Killing spree.
Oh, Lily. So resilient.
Heroes, let the Gravekeeper know my power. I am lord of this realm, and
Solid. Well, you know, he's using it on cooldown, so
me.
that's pretty cool.
We should capture this mercenary camp.
It is monstrosity for some unknown reason. I guess maybe he didn't have a clone he liked.
Do not resist.
I know I, on a personal level, just don't trust monstrosity, so there could very well be some elite strat out there. The auto attack damage it deals is amazing against Anub'arak. He thinks he didn't do a mine build, I don't think, so he went a full support build, so you might as well do monstrosity because of that. Because you've got a fully supported monstrosity now. Oh, okay. Oh, I can get... no. You gotta back up, bro. Wait, that's still all spell damage. A little gung-ho. Maybe the top business will go okay. Okay, a Mighty Gust used before an objective. That's good. Still two in the bottom. Okay. Illidan's coming up. They'll have a bit of a walk. Uther's got plenty of mana. And everything's looking healthy enough. Perfect. So Ragnaros will approach from the top. Lily could be hiding out in the bottom. So for now, I'm going to try to straddle both. Okay, looks like it's really going down in the top then.
Be swift here. Do not let the Gravekeeper's cronies reach the altar's fearful view.
Okay, Illidan's 1v1ing a Lili. One of my biggest problems in the past with newer Anub'arak is I don't use my Locust Swarm early enough. So one of my big focuses today will be making sure I get that out with time. Okay. Illidan finally falls.
The altar is ours. Fire upon the Gravekeeper.
Actually, I guess Acid Drip Mandible's a bit of a mistake against a blind character like Lili, but you know, I think we just need a little more decisive damage on our team.
Like all the others.
Oh, let's get out. Nice little stun there. Ooh, that's good damage. Cool. I mean, another decent little shot there. He's hanging out with such low health because he wants to empower his guillotine to do as much as possible. There's a monstrosity to stop in the middle. This is a team that could easily feel good about itself in the mid game, but end up losing the late. And I want to stop that top, but something crazy's going on down here. Go, Beetle! There he goes!
That was rather violent. Double kill.
Cool. That is 3 dead. Zul'jin's gonna go clean up top, which will go well. Do I need to worry? I'm a little low on mana, so let's take it easy. On the spawn and Beetle's front.
Once more, the altars rise from the depths. Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battlefield center.
All right.
The tower.
I've got a well I'd like to grab, but we're a bit low on time.
Take the altars and put an end to the Gravekeeper. Another tower under my dominion.
Oh, Falstad went forward, didn't he?
This realm is mine, and mine alone. I am Lord.
He's having a bit of a rough time, but he's probably just getting back. Was like, man, Illidan was king. King of mobility when I left. What's going on? All these new guys. We need to sort of stop top. Oh, good shot. Darn. Yeah, they're gonna do a lot of damage. Luckily, we have this here, which means it takes them a long, long time to recover. So Illidan and Zarya.
Lost.
And we'll finish this out. They're gonna take boss now. That's no big deal. Do we? We do have an expulsion zone. Could have been a cute move, but ultimately it probably would have been suicidal. So that's really the best we could ask for, instead of them cleaning up all the towers. Cool. It's all in the bottom.
Those heroes, the altars rise.
Zarya's going straight for it, though. I was wondering if she wanted to do an expulsion zone. They're ground a camp, so they should be quick enough. Ooh, they're actually going to go back and try to clean up that tower so they can have minions in the lane so they don't get targeted. But ultimately, I think my zone, particularly if I use this really early, we might be able to just control them long enough to win. Oh, Falstad going deep, though. That'll be his death.
Yes, slay them, man. Double kill.
And when I have cooldowns, I'll...
Triple kill.
join another part of the fight.
Nice try. Enough of this charade. Bring down the great king.
And that'll be the end. There we go. And that's how we'll end games from now on.
Well, heroes.
It costs 3 of my 10 emojis to win, but it's totally worth it. Cool. I'm curious to know the damage numbers for that particular game. Okay. 3, 5, not bad. Not bad. This is what I was also curious about. Let's see what spec Uther did in the end. We'll give it to Snuffalo. Curious to know how much damage new Uther does. If they can get his damage up to that 20,000 mark, he could easily be seen. Particularly with like a Zarya like this. I think that was a really cute combination. Hey, promotion game. So Uther did 18,000 right next to Muradin. That's a little low for Muradin. Siege damage, though, for Abathur. Yeah, that was more his focus. Ragnaros, highest performer for them. 5 deaths for him. Falstad soaked it out in the top for a very long time, so his hero damage would be naturally lower. Here's Lily at 38. Does Abathur include the amount he supported? It did, actually. So he healed, or applied shields and reduced damage done to allied heroes. I wonder if that also counts his monstrosity. Either way, that's kind of interesting. Spot on across these 3 nearly. Let's see what Uther took. Wave of Light for duration. I mean, that's the easiest, right? But then he went into Pursuit of Justice. 20% movement speed. A Cleanse. Divine Storm. Well Met. And Benediction. Interesting choices, but level 4 is a dedicated aggressive level, so you might as well just do whatever you want there. I've been doing Holy Shock, and it's been a blast. And then Well Met would help. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's not what I'd pick, but the way new Uther works is his main kit, kind of like Tyrael, is so good. So good, long cooldown, and expensive, I should say, with multiple tiers of doing stuff and statements throughout, that really whatever talents you pick will just augment the kit, which is the same with Genji. Genji gets very few new abilities, but mainly augments his own kit. It's interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. It does make me realize, though, back in Dota, when I played Venomancer, he was an immobile poison character. He was a lot like Lunara. However, you could, through items, gain a short-range teleport and a short-range dash with the Force Staff and stuff like that. So no matter what hero you went, like Zul'jin is dedicated immobility for the entire game in Heroes of the Storm. Whereas if I took Zul'jin in Dota, I would buy mobility items through movement speed, but mainly through short range pushes and teleports to make up for that. So we gave a win to Hot Slogs and Guillotine, which is kind of interesting. He did end up going the heal eventually. Yeah, he was full support. How interesting. Well, the Anub'arak ended up being a great choice there. It was a last pick, too, which made it easier. I wonder if my absorb damage is reduced by my armor. If I took actually 25, 70% more of that, perhaps, at times. Infernal Shrines. A decent Nazebo map. Looks like that's a ban for his own team, in fact. Happy to fill whatever, says the first guy. I like Kael'thas a lot here. What does this mean? Why are we seeing that so much today? Yeah, he had to, like, maybe he didn't have, maybe he was, like, looking at a mount that he hadn't actually owned or something weird like that? Who knows? Vala one trick, can do other roles if needed.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Cool. Okay, an Ariel. An Ariel, Vala, Tassadar. Tass, Ariel, Vala. We need a front line. It's too late that's happening.
I stand ready.
And then we lost the Vala. But so far they built a Sylvanas Vala. Things are looking really squishy. I like the... Huh. Another early Muradin pick. Interesting. Tyrael to dive with the... Okay. And the Kerrigan. Okay. We... Yeah. Okay.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Okay. So that's enough CC. I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't do that. Not sure why at the beginning here they mentioned that they didn't like the Kael'thas either. But I guess because we were going to do a Super Vala at the time, they were thinking we'll just super support her and we need double tank support, right?
Wait till they get a load of me.
Oh, there goes the Kerrigan. Okay. So we need... sustain damage. Nope. Okay. That's kind of weird. They're gonna have a lot more target. Oh my god. They're gonna have a lot more. What the heck? What? Huh.
My blades are yours.
How odd. Yeah. Yeah, just don't get dogpiled. Huh. Well, that's the team that bans their own Genji, right? Oh, weird. Yeah, Kerrigan is very much a pick for Infernal Shrines because of her resets and her leapy-doos between them all. Outside of that, she's got a stun on her kit that hasn't been reduced, so as long as you can hit the combo, you're pretty good. For this, there's going to be deaths early on. This early game team with Sylvanas will be extremely scary, so I am not going to do Convection. That'd be silly. They don't even have support in the first place, so as long as I'm surviving and putting out damage, we'll probably win the late game. So we just need to be careful here. I'll do an orb build, likely. Cool. So let's go ahead and grab my Mana Addict so I can do a little bit. I do have a double support scenario here, but that's a lot of damage, and if we just survive it, that'd be my guess because of the Genji and all that sort of stuff. I look great, don't I? I look fantastic. They're likely to Sylvanas cheese somewhere, and when we only see a Val like that, they're gonna income somewhere. I'm just gonna stay hanging out in the mid for now. Both supports are going into the top.
It shall be done.
Okay, Tyrande up there now. Oh no, they split like old men. Oh. And Muradin is hearthing for some reason. He's got places to be. Two, three in the middle now. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave Tyrande. Okay. Well, they got scared off. I'll report back.
The first shrine will be active soon. Steel yourselves, heroes.
Yep.
It is done. Activate the shrine, defeat its guardians, and the Punisher will be ours.
I think that's a fair enough plan. It saddens me to leave that orb there, but I'm gonna get on the move. Okay, predictable. Okay. Looks like we may have found the troll. If they give up the early game, this will be... Well, no, let's not relax and do it too much, but... Yeah, there's Sylvanas. But that's what Sylvanas should be doing, right? I mean, there's no problem with her in the solo lane at the moment. I will go stop her, though.
Well done. We have summoned an arcane Punisher from the depths.
Oh, okay. Hi. Huh.
Our Punisher has fallen before the enemy.
Well, not a bad request. So we'll get a 7 here. Let's see. More heroes. Empowered. Yeah, we'll probably... And, yeah, Muradin's likely to go Avatar. So I'll do Burned. Oh, is he trolling or is he just trying hard in the wrong way? Lots missing. There's Muradin. Not gonna lie, that made me feel pretty slick. Thanks to my range increase at 4. There's a Greymane. I'm pushed out to the wall here, so might as well join for a little bit. Murden's in the top. Let's see if we can kill Vala. Would have been nice, but that's fine.
Activate the shrine. Do not let our enemy claim the Punisher's power.
Huh. Alright, there's Zavala now. Cool. Did Murden go Sledgehammer or something? No, he's doing a standard build. Yep. We're all on the same page. Now they could get 2 forts during this, but it's not really too big a concern. I'll get ready with Phoenix and see if I can... It's a little far back already. Okay, ETC wants to do a bush. Oh, brutal. Who's this from behind? Tyrande, where are you? Oh, no, that's not Tyrande. That's Sylvanas. I'll go ahead and throw out the Phoenix and say, hey, guys, we're taking this. I mean, in a Team Link scenario, Murden's not wrong to just be soaking top. However, he's very wrong in this particular scenario. Wonder how I'm doing on Hope for Ariel. Alright, I get an orb. Bottom camp, but yeah, I am a Kael'thas, so let's not do anything by ourselves. They'll be good. Push coming in the top, that can be cleared out pretty easily. Bolzak. Maybe it's a dirty name. Alright, I am not going to wait in that bush, because that's a scary bush to be in. Cool. I have my Arcane Barrier. So I can get a little out of position, but not a ton.
Defeat the Shrine's Guardians and let loose the Punisher upon our foe.
Let's do my periodic damage each time. Cool. I didn't know if that was heroes only off the top of my head. But yeah, let's reduce my cooldowns. Cool. What do we lose? ETC and the main healer? And they do have a Kerrigan and that Muradin, so I do need to be a little careful while I clean this up. Okay, Kerrigan soaking bottom, Muradin soaking top. And that goes on forever. I just keep getting more and more mana, thanks to my level 1 here. And that shield will only get bigger. That was a good one. See if we can stop them from damaging the Punisher a little bit with the Phoenix in the area. But we're going to get through the wall here pretty fast.
The burning hells have slain our Punisher.
Oof, that stun stack. Only 3 seconds. Let's get out of here. Yep, we can kill Kerrigan. Let's do explodes twice. Such a great zoning tool. That's still a lot of damage to try to move in on, and a clutch silence could leave us all naked. Solana's soaking the bottom. They're probably doing their merc camp, or they're hanging out in the base because this is a bit of a bum game at the moment. And there's the silence out. Cool, there goes Greymane. Now we take their keep and stuff. Oh, what? Looked like it passed right through him, but maybe they got stunned by the leaf at the same time, and that canceled out my animation. How did ETC not die? Totally thought he was dead. Alright, we got 30 seconds. Yeah, I think we can do it. The safer bet would be to just back out, but if Murden's gonna throw. Okay, Greymane's moving around. Seems like the culprit. That's a real shame for them. In particular, the Vala and well, we don't know the real story over there. Who was originally the Genji? I forget who the banner was. The right answer, should you ever end up on a team that doesn't have support and a healer, is to take Misha, because Rexxar can heal Misha, and that's the only real chance you have. Perhaps, maybe outside of like a Zarya, you might be able to do it with. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah. Make Sonya. That's a great skin. What a great skin. On a great horse. Cool. Well, we ranked up. A little dirty. A little dirty of a rank up, but back to Diamond 3. And I can't complain about that. Cool. What does this mean? One epic chest. Level 750. Oh, I gotta go another 25 levels before I get an epic chest. I get 150 gems at that. Cool. Oh, Sable again. What did we play with Sable? Sable was LOL. Okay, emojis are fun. That was our first game. I don't remember what they were. There's Doyle. Doyle, and I'm banning Hanamura. Hanamura. I'm going to get rid of Lucio, because it is a death ball map. Yeah. Definitely noted that Li Ming was really powerful here because people want to run away from the orbs, and that gets them off the payload. which is interesting. Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah, it's not a very... Yeah, it's not a very good... It's not a very good Nazebo map at all.
Frostborn hungers.
My blades
Sonya.
are yours.
I don't... Well, you know... Yeah. Genji. Huh. Yeah, I mean, we're all learning this together. Yeah, this is weird. This is pretty weird because we have no... I've never actually, outside of custom games, drafted for this map yet. And they led with a Genji, which just kind of leaves us in an odd spot. What, so... Okay, they got rid of Azul. Oh, probably for the Genji? Yeah, that would be very destructive to him. I guess I'll limit the mouth down. No tasks. I'll get rid of a Zarya. There goes Li Ming. And an Artanis. So, swappy doos.
The light abandons no man.
Butcher could be pretty good, but what's up with the exclamation points? You gotta turn off something there, Captain. What? Why is that exclamation pointed then? It seems like they're getting the exact skins they want. Are we all scaring the crap out of people today? Is this what we're all facing? Oh, awesome, Mo. I'm glad the guides were very helpful on ITN. Things will be going very back to basics on ITN for the next couple of weeks. We'll be discussing what alts you probably shouldn't be taking and when you should be making engages this week. I'm very happy to hear that, Joe Wine. Thanks to my mods being awesome, I'm able to run an awesome show here. Okay, they got the mouth, so... Bleed the fifth. Nice, man. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Solo tank Arthas with double support Greymane. Have some blinds. I'll be managing the camps. I am going to do a bribe build here. I'll be flying to the back and grabbing up that big heal, but we already have double support. The stun from Uther, I think Uther can go really aggressive. Because Lily puts out a decent amount. Lily will probably go super aggressive. So we actually probably have more damage than I'm thinking. The EU does have an A-move chat. Yes, I know they're a little less populated over there as there's no after-show games for them, which is a feature we're always adding to look in the future. They didn't take a briber, but they got a Merker in Sonya. So she'll be off doing that. Artanis is going to try to swap my dudes. Most people have a little bit of mobility, maybe a way to recover, but that'll be pretty detrimental. Roots, maybe into the swaps, could be a little fancy for today. Genji has a Tracer icon, so we can assume that he is just going to go for surprising people. I may even throw out, as we start here, a don't hearth right behind the walls. Genji will dive you. With that protection he has on his deflect, they are more than happy to go into range, then use their swift strike to get back out. Cool. I will wingman. I will get stacks.
Battle commences in 10 seconds.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do have double support here. Maybe I will get a divine shield, but I doubt it. I'm not a big fan of Falstad outside of double support, just because he's so darn squishy. He's a bird of paper.
Whatever it takes. Time to drop the hammer.
Probably go shield as well on my lightning rod here, because that'll help if Genji decides to dive me. Did he have to use as well? He did. Okay. Sadly, though, if I leave, all they have for damage is a Lily. Okay, but with that down, and her hanging out next to a bush. Cool.
Fall back to our ramparts.
Yeah, look at this, making friends. Getting stacks, already got one, so as soon as that first objective pops, I can grab the healing. Cool. So I'm pushed out here, I'll go help Greymane with that.
Payload deployment beginning for both teams.
I would like to get back bottom. 22 seconds. I'll go ahead and walk down. What is going on there?
Select attack.
Okay, we made Genji run for it.
Payloads deployed. Escort your payload to its destination.
Let's do... I've got so much healing. I'm gonna do static.
The skies await.
What, am I on top of it? Where'd it go? This is kind of how things have gone at the moment. We're just trading. Looks like Uther might actually get in range.
Payload
Cool.
firing upon enemy core.
Oh, you gotta walk. Nice.
Hero slain.
Well done.
Cool. I need to get some stacks. Ooh.
Payload deployment beginning.
On cooldown.
Enemy payload fired.
Love that healing.
All right, I want to focus on getting more stacks for my team.
Gotta go. See you later.
Payloads deployed. Escort your payload to its destination.
Get 7 as well.
Death comes for ye.
Genji's gonna try to kind of sneak around on me a little bit, get some damage in. Okay, I have my 1 stack. 52 seconds on that.
Select a talent.
Arthas is in position. Let's do boomerang for lane clear and the like. 30 seconds left. I'll just hold on to my stack then. I think we're gonna have the duel first. What's going on up here? That's Uther. Okay.
Payload firing on enemy core.
Love that healing. Keep it up, friend. How about we capture this mercenary camp?
My people need me. Oh, come on. There we go.
You're the boss. Keep it up, friend.
Enemy payload firing.
Okay, dead even at the moment. Will that make them do the boss in the middle? I did get Arthas out with the heal I cast.
Your payload will be redeployed shortly.
Okay, they stole our site camp. That's not a big deal.
Count me in.
Okay, I got revealed. Let me stay away from folk. I need to get in the lane and get some
Your
stacks.
payload has been redeployed.
Time to drop the
Where's
hammer.
Genji?
Let
Oh dear.
The enemy's payload will be redeployed shortly.
Nice. Good route.
Slain.
This is gonna be a Twilight Dream Malfury in the way he's playing.
Kill. Kill. Slain.
He's just sticking it out.
Double kill.
Awesome.
Select a talent.
These guys, you know, they are pretty bunched up. How's our damage for the game? Li Ming is leading the way. I can brute. They're really grouped up tight, aren't they? But with Arthas, Uther, Greymane, we don't have any disengage. So I'm gonna see what ults they pick and if there's something like a Wrath of Berserker that I need to blow away. All right, so there's Genji doing the swords.
he likes it.
The Dragon Blade. We'll be down one even if I blow him off, so there's very little point.
Payload will be redeployed shortly. Enemy payload firing.
Just walk away, brothers. Walk away. Arthas, walk away. What are you doing? I thought we were friends.
Your kill streak has ended.
Bummer that. I guess he saw his divine shield and said, "No, I'm on a time limit." Good heal. Nice. Yes. Cool. All right, that's awesome.
I survived. No problem. For
My fat character gets in the way.
The enemy's payload will be redeployed.
What are we pinging about up here? Greymane wants assistance. Oh, we're walking one. I got you. Genji trying to cross the bridge of death. A mini version of it anyway. You can just mighty gust this all away, but I think we're gonna win.
Double kill. Triple kill. Payload firing upon enemy core.
Yep. We nearly got him. Of getting a fort would be stronger.
Select a talent.
Let's do... They've got double tanks. Let's do Giant Killer.
Slay.
Big heal, money.
Kill. Your payload will be redeployed shortly. Kill streak.
Cool. I've got one stack. They're all resin a little too fast. We'll have to get that later.
Your payload has been redeployed. Will be redeployed shortly.
See if we can kill Artanis before they get back in range to help out. Nice.
The enemy's payload has been redeployed.
Out of mana. Yeah, we'll just push ours. Ouch.
Enemy payload fired.
That was a good hit.
Gotta go. See you later.
Good little split.
Double.
Nice. Yes, fantastic.
Select attack. Your payload will be redeployed shortly.
Pressure
Fort
on.
destroyed. Payload empowered. Mayhem.
Let's do delay on that guy.
Payload firing upon enemy core. Enemy payload firing. Your payload has been redeployed.
Cool. That'll be mana as well. A Genji, a Li Ming. See if we can get the lane pushed out a little bit more. Good body blocks by Arthas.
Double kill.
That should be victory.
Whatever it takes.
Payload firing upon enemy core.
Yeah, new map, all right. We did it.
Victory.
MVP.
Yeah, ooh. MVP for it as well. Let's see what the tab screen I was actually trying to find. Li Ming did outdamage me by a lot. That's going to be really interesting to see if Li Ming continues to be a force there, because it really does make people break their positioning around that objective. Plus the big, maybe, that'd be more powerful in chokes, wouldn't it? But maybe the ability to poke over the little tiny walls in this rock garden kind of aesthetic could be powerful. I thought Lily did a really good job holding it out, but Sable, our Arthas buddy, did a good job too. Well, hey, Blizz Army, welcome. Good to see you again, man. Did 2.0 bring you back? Ah, Warframe. It's a good game. I enjoyed my time in Warframe. I got my little companion cube with a machine gun on it, which was pretty deep, I guess, into grinding. And then that was the only thing I really wanted. And I was like, I'm done. I'll go back to Heroes. But that was a good, solid, free-to-play game. And that right there, the battleground we just played. Well, I won it, so I'll only give it 4 stars. I can't actually deduce. Li Ming did a magic missile build, which is a little strange. I think an orb build would probably be what you want in sort of poke scenario. He was playing like he had Twilight Dream the entire game, but it was very destructive when it came through. Swift as the wind, Shuriken mastery, perfect defense, and Dragon Blade and flow like water. So he was doing a much more difficult build in many ways. And I don't remember the draft order. I think we double picked last. Right, we solo picked Arthas, which means we double picked Greymane Uther in the end. And I think they picked up a Malfurion after that. So I wonder if they were going for the Uther. This just seems under-supported. Sure, the double tank's great. Artana Sonya really good on Battlefield of Eternity, where there's minions to clean up. But maybe not enough zone. I wonder, too, how many Merc camps I ended up taking in the end. And how much healing I put out through those. Because really, I didn't farm that much. I wasn't a mercenary machine. But I did grab that back healing one 3 times. Or 4 times over the course of that game. So it could be because of that. Sky Temple. Decent Nazebo map. Good map for things like Falstad as well. Keep Natural. 2.0 is a lot of fun. I mean, the core game hasn't changed, but it's really enjoyable to see so many people dressed up. Like, the game just feels more colorful, more alive, because of all the emotes and just all the decorations that are flying around. I really like the sounds they added. The loot boxes, the level ups, they really have a video gamey sound to them. And I think it reinserts some joy into the game. Look at this, banning out the Frost Bros first. Applesauce. We got a Zeratul here. It's a good combo with Nazebo for the Void Prison and all that sort of thing. So we're just going to have to see what they go for. Applesauce picked up a Tyrael. An excellent pick for the map because of Sanctification and Holy Ground at 16, which allows you to zone an area, keeping people and stealing bosses. However, it's a bizarre first pick, and we may want to limit things like Greymane and Vala. Cool. Dahaka, a little old school, but some good picks. Why are people banning Arthas? Because he's an engaged tank and he's a powerful bruiser with heavy damage. And I don't know why they first banned him. That is a little weird. He's just a common pick right now. And his main factor in solo queue is that Syndragosa will come through and turn off enemy buildings for 20 seconds, which can leave a defense very naked and exposed. And you absolutely just kind of barrel through there and can win on the back of that. So we have our double warrior here. Let's check if Erica is down to support. Jiggly Pickle, picking up a Malfurion. Malfurion, Falstad, Tyrael, so a counter global, meaning that Dahaka is able to burrow across the map, Falstad can fly across the map, so they're just making sure they don't lose out on soak and lane presence. Got rid of a Zarya, a powerful pick for both Tyrael and Malfurion. Heals over time, shield on top, heal over time completes, shield holds the burst damage back. Sonya, Nazebo, Dahaka. So let's make sure Erica's down to support. We might just force the Zeratul into support if that's the case. Double tank like that, Malfurion.
I hear the call.
That should be okay.
I heed the voice
A
of
Tyrande with a Sonya and Dahaka. The best thing is that Tyrande has tiny heals, can get a level 20 to increase her overall healing, but Sonya and Dahaka both have very powerful ways to regenerate their own health. So you can go a little lighter on support there. The Greymane is scary because there's not enough support for that. Okay, there's a Varian, and that'll be their sustained damage likely, whatever's going to be in the Sanctification. Unless it's going to be a charge auto attack Varian, which isn't quite as powerful. Let's see. A Kael'thas. Okay. So I think the Zeratul pick versus Falstad, Kael'thas, and they have no burst negation for their healing outside of Varian. We shouldn't target Varian anyway. Tyrael supplies some shields, but I think it's going to look pretty good. I think I'm the sustained damage, certainly, along with Sonya. I can help take camps along with Sonya. It's a camp important map. This will definitely come, just like our previous games, a lot of them come down to personal skill. Can you swap champs after champ select? Like, let's say I should be last pick, champ, and then swap after? No. In tournament play, you can. So what the esports players do, what community tournaments do, you can swap there. But in Team League, you can pick in any order. In Hero League, you're guaranteed you have to pick in the order you're listed, and there's no swapping. For good and bad. You know, both sides of it are interesting, because I don't want someone to say, I picked Arthas. Who plays Arthas? And force me to play something I don't want. At the same time, because you're forced to pick an early, and meta can be very strong on certain maps, it can be a little overwhelming. And sometimes, one of the sad things about Hero League can be that you have to learn X hero just in case you get first pick. But that hasn't been the case for a little while now. Alright, let's imagine they're engaged. It's probably a variant charge into Roots. Kael'thas bombs that Falstad flies around. Maybe a Mighty Gust. Tyrael runs around in circles. They just don't have enough sustain to warrant the Tyrael yet. So I assume he's doing a charge build.
10 seconds.
I'm just going to thing in the deep because it's what I like and what I'm comfortable with.
3.
Hey, Lilith. 2.0 is treating me well. I got a lot of goodies yesterday. And so far, today's Hero Leagues have been fruitful. Okay, Dahaka's in the top. He'll likely take to the bottom right after that. Let's see if we can maybe just complicate things for Falstad here. Nice. Almost. Almost. I'll sort of cover this lane while Sonya regenerates. Dahaka should take the bottom, but it looks like he got a little busy. I'll cover. Go heal. If you want. No, she wants to spin on stuff. Okay, cool. Can't blame her there. She's soloing a Malfurion at the moment. Oh, he tried to juke. I'm out of mana. That orb will help, but I need to use my well here. Tyranda's a little trapped in bottom versus the Falstad, who can sort of soak out to the last moment and then join. So I'll see if I can get a couple shots off this guy. There goes Zeratul. Oop. We'll stand a little still there while I looked at other things. I could body block, possibly. This could be my death. Nope, we got Zeratul out. Let's do Blood Ritual so I don't run out of mana or health here. Nice thing about playing these wizardy types is they have very little health, so when you hearth back, you're back on the field pretty fast. Nice job. That gets him off the pad. Malfurion could very well be dead. Let's give them some PvE targets to fight. Oh. How many shots? I think this thing has a lot of shots left. This is going to hurt a lot. But luckily, Erica here is brave enough to stick it out. Perfect. Cool. Bottom needs coverage. Once I have 7, I'll go take some Merc camps for my team. Tyrande got a Falstad. Fantastic. Let's see if maybe I can help get a Tyrael. Maybe he'll run for it. Oh, that will... It's a little early, though, sadly. That sword will still be working later on.
Retreat is not weakness, it is strategy.
And Sonya's actually getting the mercs for me. Cool, I can keep focusing on... Oop. Malfurion's arrival made that a little more complicated. Cool, I'm 7. I'll give that another moment. Let's check Varian's spec and see which way he's going in the late game. Oh, he's going full tank. Huh. It's a great spec. Nothing wrong with it. It's just still, I'm in a bit of a... Still a little thrown off by the Tyrael and what that's supposed to be accomplishing. All right.
Keep up the fight.
So Sonya finished off the top in great timing. Where'd Kael'thas go? Oh, Zeratul found him. He's taking a camp in the back, and Sonya's actually on her way. That is an amazing little pickup there right before the objective, too. Cool. Let's get some shots out of this guy. All the focus is in the top there. And the Giants are keeping Varian busy. Here comes Tyrande. There's Ethereal. So it looks like they're just soaking. They're worried about 10. Sometimes you can ride that ride on purpose. If you need to get out of a place. Let's do Gargantuan. Despite its nerf, it's still a really good pick there. We're gonna get top. Alright, I'm losing sight now as Varian pushes out. Yep, here comes Kael'thas. Sadly, the Gargantuan isn't going to get much done, but he stopped Varian from coming in, and that's good enough. That's really all you can ask. Yep, hard engages while we have a level lead. Let's see if we can get mid. Boss, 2 dead. So Sonya's gonna try to solo it, which means either she gets some aid, or the better goal is to just angle off away from the base. Like, go into the top half here and try to keep them busier. So they think they're getting me, and they may very well, but angling this direction means that I don't lead them to my allies. Cool. And they're done. Awesome. Deathworth. Could have thrown out a homunculus or Gargantuan there. Oh, nice. He's got no mana left. He can't run forever. Woo. More encouragement. Apply the encouragement to the face.
The light of the sun grows within the temple.
How we doing on damage? How I doing? Probably won't reach stacks on a map like Sky Temple, but that's fine. I'm gonna grab up this camp. Looks like Dahaka should be done in time, right?
My magic flows.
A little slow, but he'll be okay. Top damage for them is Ethereal and a Malfurion. Really? Huh. Oh. Oh, what's going on down there? Well, I'm gonna Ice Block then. Since apparently that's what's happening. I guess Kael'thas has been a little stuck doing lane clear, maybe? I really couldn't tell you. Here goes a Malfurion. I didn't get anything out of that. But we have a 2-level lead here, which is why we're fighting at the moment. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. All right, 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're gonna back up here. Looks like taunt. It is taunt. Ooh, close one. Living bombs. Those spiders will finish him off with poison damage. Awesome. There goes Tyrael as well. He turns into a bomb on death. We have Dahaka digging down to the bottom, so I push mid. And Zeratul is just walking through the middle of their base. Cool, similar scenario to the previous business with the boss. I'm in the mid lane. And as they respawn, it's going to get a little dangerous, but anything I do here empowers Sonya to keep taking that camp. I'm not getting a ton, and they are decent. Well, they're not. Yeah, they have 2 barrel rollers of sorts. A Tyrael that can throw himself and then barrel roll. So I'm going to do... I'll just do Spider Colony.
Killing spree.
Kael'thas down. He's not having a good day.
My temple's magic subsides. Find something else to fight for.
Okay, a little bit of Kael'thas business. A little low on mana. Sonya's in the top. Let's see if we can get her out. She's fine. But I can complicate this a little bit. Oh, nice. Oh, Kael'thas, I got him. Little ice block action there. Good root by Malfurion, though. Go ahead and ping my mana. Let people know that I do not have the power to keep going on that. What's going on? Oh, she's ready for a gank. I'm still super low on mana. Okay, now we're all invisible, going for said gank. Zeratul just 4 levels up at this point in farming. They're down their Kael'thas. I'm out of mana again, so I need to kill some minions. Get a little bit back. We're on to core health now, away from the shields. So anything you put into it will be permanent. Oh, we void prisoned the core. That's a little rude, a little rude. But we definitely crushed.
It's over now. Leave.
Hannah Montana? Who came up with that? Calling Hanamura Hannah Montana. Well, you know, it's probably from Overwatch already. There's a legacy there. Yeah, we had a bit of a lead there, and Zeratul crushed it with the lead. It's an interesting oh wow, we painted it blue. So the interesting thing about this is we had a really good Zeratul comp because Sonya could cover a lane, Dahaka could cover a lane, and then Nazebo can cover a lane by himself. All 3 of these guys can hold a pad decently by themselves, though Nazebo probably the weakest of the 3. So it just let Zeratul do whatever he wanted, and they went double tank, but there was no reason for the Tyrael. They just had nothing in the background of that. Poor Kael'thas got farmed. Completely farmed. Didn't really get a chance to branch out and enjoy himself. Making some good progress today. Started the day at Diamond 4 up to Diamond 3.